Welcome to Devachandra Academy. In part 3, we are going to discuss regarding the needs or importance of the consumer protection. It means what? Why consumer protection is required? What are the advantages a consumer will get it because of the awareness of the consumer protection, as well as the how the consumer protection will be helpful to the business organizations. So it means what? Needs or importance is nothing but what are the advantages the consumer will get, as well as what are the advantages a businessman will get because of the awareness of the consumer protection. We have to understand one by one. So this importance, okay, is this importance of the consumer protection we are classifying into the two ways. Okay, first way is from the point of view of the from the point of view of the consumers. The second one is the from the point of view of the businessmen. It means first one is the from the point of view of the consumers, or the from the consumers point of view, how the consumer protection is very important. We have to understand one by one. ಹಂಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಂಶಗಳ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೇವಲ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಸ್ಥರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರ್ತದ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯಿಂದ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ, ಬಳಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಸ್ಥರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಳಕೆಯಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. So first one, we have to understand from the point of view of the consumer, what are the advantages are there, what is the importance is there of the consumer protection, which is the first one. In that, consumers ignorance is the first importance. Okay, consumers ignorance is the first importance. So we can call it in Kannada ಬಳಕೆದಾರರ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, many consumers don't know about their rights. Okay, number of the consumers are there. Okay, here the number of the consumers are there in the market, in the society, but everyone don't know the rights of the consumers. What are the rights they are having? For example, right to safety is there, right to information is there, or right to complaint is there. So these all are the some of the rights they are having. Okay, if they are exploiting by the consumers, that time they can raise their voice against the particular businessmen. So this is the consumer ignorance. It means the consumer should have the knowledge. Okay, because of this lack of the information, because of this lack of the knowledge, they get cheated easily by the dishonest seller. Okay, in the market all the sellers will not be the honest people. Okay, honest persons. Some of the sellers will be the dishonest persons. They are going to deliberately cheating the some of the consumers. Some of the consumers are going to be cheated by the some dishonest seller. So here, so it is very important to educate the consumers about their rights and the duties. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯವಹಾರಸ್ಥರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳೇನೇನ, ಅವರ ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳೇನೇನ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನು, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ consumer, from the point of view of the consumer. So which is the second one? For example, for this one we can give one example. Okay, example we can give. So which is the first example we will see. So for example, if a shopkeeper is there, okay, if one shopkeeper is there, he is charging 60 rupees for a product. Okay, how much he is charging? He is charging how much rupees? 60 rupees for one product, but actual MRP rate is only 50 rupees. How much is there? Actual MRP rate is only 50 rupees. When a consumer is having the knowledge, consumer is having the knowledge regarding that particular thing, what is the meaning of the MRP rate, how we are going to purchase, whether we have to give the higher prices than the MRP rate, or we have to give the lower prices than the MRP rate. These all things will be aware by the consumer. Means if he will be educated, if he will be knowledgeable person, if he know the consumer protection things, then easily they can raise the voice for their exploitation. Otherwise, simply they will pay the some 60 rupees. Okay, here 10 rupee will be the loss to that particular consumer. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಅವ್ನು 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಧ್ವನಿ ಹತ್ತಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ unauthorized consumers. Unauthorized consumers means what? ಅಸಂಘಟಿತ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ as we know that in our country, what is our country? India is our country. Our country is the India. ಭಾರತ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನು ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿರ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾರತ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ in our country most of the consumers acts individually, not as a group. Okay, most of the consumers are acting individually, not as a group. They are acting as individually but not as a group. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಥವಾ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರು ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾರೋ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್. Okay, because of they are not united, businessmen take the advantage of it. So if we are having the unity, means automatically businessmen will not be exploited us. Okay, when we are having the unity, no one will exploit us. Okay, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟು ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅಂತಹ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಶೋಷಣೆಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ all the consumers, all the means what? Most of the consumers in India, they are acting as a individual person, not in grouped persons. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, whatever the things they are going to purchase, individually they are going to purchase. If any complaints will be there, means individually they are going to raise the complaints. Because of these all the reasons, in the consumers they are not having the unity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದ, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದ. when this thing will be known by the businessmen, definitely they are going to exploit the consumers. ಇದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೆ, ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಶೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು come together and we have to form some consumer organizations. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಬಳಕೆದಾರರ ಸಂಘಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. If the consumers organizations will be there, means any single person or single consumer will be exploited, means total group we can raise the voice. When the group will raise the voice means automatically we will get it the justice very much early. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮೋಸ ಆದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಧ್ವನಿ ಎತ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ಜಲ್ದಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ these organizations, when we are going to make it one particular organizations to protect the interest of the consumers, these organizations helps the consumer to fight against the cheating. The businessmen are going to cheat us, so we can fight it togetherly. When they are providing the poor quality products, okay, against that again we have to fight it. When they are charging the prices more than the MRP rates, that time also we can fight it against them. So because of this all the reasons, what is required, organized consumers are required. So we have to make it one particular consumer organizations. These organizations can raise the voice against the exploitation by the businessmen. Okay, so because of these two things, the consumer protection is important from the point of view of the consumers. So first one is what? First one is the consumers ignorance. Second one is what? Unorganized consumers. So next third one is there. Just see. It is in the next slide. We will see. Wait 1 second. So third one is what? Widespread exploitation. Widespread exploitation of consumers ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರ ವ್ಯಾಪಕವಾದ ಶೋಷಣೆ. As we know that many sellers and businessmen try to cheat or misuse the consumers in different ways to earn more profit. So as we know, the number of the businessmen are there in the market and number of the sellers are there in the market. They are going to cheat the consumers in the different ways. How they are going to cheat the consumers, how they are going to exploit the consumers in the different ways, those different ways already we have discussed. What are the malpractices are practicing by the businessmen, these things already we have discussed in the second part. So just we have to glance it again. Unscrupulous things they are going to make it. Okay, next one is the unfair trade practices they are going to do it, and providing the defective and unsafe products to the consumers. And adulteration means what? Adding the inferior products or the lower quality products with the higher quality products, and they are providing the false statements, as well as they are misleading the advertisements, and they are going to make it the hoardings is nothing but extra things, extra goods they are going to keep it themselves, they are going to store it themselves. Okay, so this creates the shortage in that particular market. When shortage will be there in the market, automatically demand for that product will be arises. When demand will be arises, automatically the prices of the product will be arises. When profit arises, that time, as I said, they will release the goods into the market and they will earn the more profit. That is called as the hoarding is not a good activity done by the business organizations. Actually it is the one of the malpractice. And last one is what? Black marketing is nothing but a buying and selling of the goods and services. Okay, buying and selling of the goods and services in illegal way, that is called as a black marketing. So here what we have to understand, if the consumers knows, okay, regarding the consumer protection, these all the things we can avoid it. Consumer need to protect against the malpractices of the seller. These all are the malpractices. When the consumer know these all the malpractices, how they are going to exploiting us, okay, how to raise the voice against us, and what are the rights we are having, these things if you know means automatically, if we are educated means automatically what will happen, the sellers will not be exploit us. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಶೋಷಣೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಅವುಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದನೋ ಈ ಮಾಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಗಳು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದ. So this is the third one. So next one is there, that is the fourth one. So fourth one is not there. So these three are the importance of the consumer protection from the point of view of the consumers. First one is what? Consumer ignorance. Second one is the unorganized consumers. Third one is the widespread exploitation of consumers. Okay, the same thing. What is the importance of the consumer protection from the point of view of the business organizations, we have to discuss. Okay, now we have discussed the three importance from the point of view of the consumers. Now we are going to discuss the importance or need of the consumer protection from the point of view of the businessman. So because of the knowledge of the consumer protection, the business organizations also getting the some of the advantages. Those advantages we are going to ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯಿಂದ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಡೆಯೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇವಲ ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಲಾಭ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ ಇದು ಬಳಕೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲಾಭ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅರಿವಿತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಕೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲಾಭ ಆಗದೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಗದೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಂಟರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಂಟರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯವಹಾರದ ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿ ಹಿತಾಸಕ್ತಿ. So as we know that for a business to run successfully for a long time, it must keep its customers happy and satisfied. Okay. So when a businessman want to run the business organization over a long period of the time, that time he has to provide the good quality of the goods and services to the consumer. Then only he can stay in the market over a long period of the time. Here one word we have used, long term interest of the business. Which is the long term interest of the business? The business has to survive in the market. Survive in the market. That is also one of the long term interest. The second one is the increasing the selling capacity of the business organization. That one is also major interest. So next one is what? Earning the more value of the profit or more volume of the profit. These all are the long term interest of the business. Okay, so to earn the more profit, what we have to do? As a businessman, he should know, as a businessman he should know how to satisfy the consumers. Okay, when we are providing the good quality services to the consumers, that time consumers will come back again. Consumers will come back again and also tell others to things about the business. Okay, if you are providing the good quality of the goods and services to the particular consumers, means automatically he will be satisfied consumer. Then he will come back and he will tell to the others, this businessman is providing the good quality services and good quality goods to us, like that. So here, so for example, we can take it the one example. If any one mobile company is there, so here one mobile company is there, that company gives the good quality mobile phones and it is providing the good quality after sale services. ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದ್ ಏನ್ ಇರ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರ್ತದ, ಆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರವೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತದ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಏನಂತಾನಂದ್ರೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ತೃಪ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಾನ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಂದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನ, he will take it the another mobile or he will purchase the another mobile and he will suggest to the others to purchase the mobiles in that businessman only. So ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹತ್ತಿರನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರಕುಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನು ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ here normally we have to understand the long term interest of the business is always to earn the profit, and another one is the to survive and stay in the market over a long period of the time. These two are the major interest of the business organization. To reach these two the interest, the customer or to the consumers, as a businessman we have to provide the good quality goods and services and we have to satisfy them. Then only these things will be reached. So this is the first importance of the consumer protection. Second one is the business uses society's resources. It means ವ್ಯವಹಾರವು ಸಮಾಜದ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸುತ್ತದೆ. Every business uses the natural and human resources of society like land, water, minerals, electricity and manpower to make goods and earn profit. So here the business is always running its business organization and running its activities of the business, and it is establishing in the society only, not in the forest. Where we are going to establish the business organization in society, not in forest, not in forest. We are establishing or we are starting, we are running the business organization in the society, not in the forest. So it means what? Whatever the resources are there in the society, those resources are belongs to the complete society, not for one particular businessman. So it means the business firms have a duty to use them wisely as well as not harm people, not harm the people or the environment. So it means ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವೊಂದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಹಾರವನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಮರುಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ we people are using the resources of the society as a return. What we have to give it back to the society. Okay, that is what we have to give. We have to provide the good quality goods and services and give the useful services that should be benefitable to the people. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಸರಕು ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಒದಗಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆ. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ what is the meaning of social responsibility. So meaning we have to understand it first. Social responsibility is nothing but it is a responsibility of the business organizations to develop the society. Okay, to develop the society is called as a social responsibility. The actions are taken by the business organizations to develop the society and to take care of the society is called as a social responsibility. ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೊಳಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ. Okay, in India social responsibility is the mandatory. So for that purpose we have to make some responsibilities and we have to bear some social responsibilities to the different stakeholders. Okay, the number of the stakeholders are there. Okay, so for example who are the stakeholders are there, we have to understand it. So for example here consumers are there. Consumers also are stakeholders to the business organization. Then some of the employees are there, they are also stakeholders to the business organization. Suppliers are there and society is there. These all persons are called as the stakeholders. Once I will explain. Customers also stakeholders, employees are called as the stakeholders, suppliers and society is called as the stakeholder. Here we have to understand what is the meaning of stakeholder. Stakeholder is nothing but the holders which are directly or indirectly, okay, which are directly and indirectly they are connecting with the business organization. Directly or indirectly who are connecting with the business organization, they are called as the stakeholders. Okay, and means the actions of the business organization which is impacting on the any person, that person is called as a stakeholder. ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯು ಯಾವುದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಪರಿಣಾಮವನ್ನು ಬೀರ್ತದನೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂತರವನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅರ್ನ್ಸ್ money from the society, we people are earning the money from the society by selling the goods and services, but it must take care the people interest and not harm them. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಜನರಿಗಿರುವಂತ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಆಸಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದಾಗುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. So here the consumers are one of the most important groups. So their safety and satisfaction are the business responsibility. So the major responsibility of the business is what? Here the consumers also one of the type of the stakeholders. So as a businessman to the stakeholders, it means especially for the consumers, as a businessman we have to provide the good quality goods and services and we have to satisfy them. So this is the major responsibility of the business organization. For example, we can say that a food company must make sure its products are healthy and safe to eat. Okay, so one food company is there, or we can take it as a hotel is there. Before serving the food to the consumer, okay, first they have to check it whether it is the healthy food or not, because we have to take care the consumers. So ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಒಂದು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದೇನೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತಿನ್ನಲು ಅರ್ಹವಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅನ್ನೋದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಳಜಿಯನ್ನ ವಹಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಾರಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. So it is the moral duty of the every business to protect consumers and not cheat them. So moral duty means what? Moral things we have to adopt in our business activities. It means what? Moral duty is nothing but a right things to do. We have to do it the only right things. Which are the things? Okay, they are bad. So that one we have to avoid it. For example, number of the malpractices are there. For example, here unscrupulous is there. Next one is the unfair trade practices are there, like defective products sometimes businessmen are providing, and unsafe products they are selling, adulterated products they are selling, and they are providing the false and misleading advertisement, hoarding they are doing. Next one is the they are making the black marketing. These all are called as the unethical activities. These all are called as the immoral things. These all the things should not be done by the business organizations. If the businessman aware about the consumer protection, he will not do these all the things. Instead of this, he will provide the good quality of the goods and services and to satisfy the consumer needs and wants. Next one is the government intervention ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪ. If the business cheat or exploit consumers, the government will take action against them. As we know that when the businessman is going to cheat one particular consumer or group of the consumers, okay, if they will raise the complaint on that particular businessman, automatically the government will come and they will take the some of the actions against them. ಸೊ ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಶೋಷಣೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಂತಹ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಒಳಗಾದಂತಹ ಶೋಷಣೆಗೆ ಒಳಗಾದಂತಹ ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅವರ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಾಗುತ್ತದ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪ ಮಾಡ್ತದ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ದ ಫೈನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ business organization exploited one consumer. Okay, so how they can give the justice, how the government can give the justice to the particular consumer against the exploited by the businessman. ಸೊ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಂದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ದ ಫೈನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ದ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಅನ್ಫೇರ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಫೇರ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಜೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ and losing its own image and brand by exploiting the consumers. So ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so when a business organization is providing and supplying the or exploiting the one particular consumers or a group of the consumers, that time the government will be intervention. So it means what? Government will come and it provide the justice to the some of the exploited persons or exploited consumers. Intervention of the government is very dangerous, because if the business organization is providing the very good quality goods and services means with the ethical way, so there is no intervention of the government. When it is doing the exploitation to the particular consumers, automatically that time government will come, that sometimes they can cancel the license, sometimes they can give the notices to cancel the licenses, and sometimes they can take the actions against the exploitations, and sometimes they can impose the fines. So these all are the some of the things taken by the some of the actions taken by the government on the business organizations because of their exploitation on the consumers. So these all are the how a consumer protection is important to the business organizations. So consumer protection, how it is important to the consumers as well as how it is important to the businessmen, we have discussed. Here when it comes to the consumers, we are having the three importance. When it comes to the businessmen, we are having the five importance. Okay, so this is regarding the need and importance of the consumer protection. So thank you so much everyone. Remaining part of this chapter will be discussed in the fourth part we are going to discuss. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and one who are watching this video without subscription, please subscribe and like it, share it.